This is the Grow Business Podcast with Cory Mosley and Kerry James.
Was that a drummer's beat you had there? Was that
Almost.
Okay? It was.
You can tell it wasn't quite.
It was like a drummer's. Yeah. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you dance.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we should take a look at.
I don't.
Well, I mean, you're a rock star when you're performing. What kind of moves do you do?
There's a kick.
Yeah, there's a little kick that you do.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, folks, welcome to the Grow Business Podcast. I'm Cory Mosley. I'm joined by the one and only Kerry James, who also is in some bands and a lot of different things.
Yes. But primarily I serve as your producer.
Yes, primarily, yes. Well, it should be solarily.
Just put the other act to the rock and roll, put that all away.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Well, that's a hobby.
Yes, it is.
Right?
But I get paid for it.
Yeah, you get paid for it. So it's a paid hobby. Right. Well, that's fantastic. Well, I know that, and folks, if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. We want to welcome you to our podcast. We're really focused on one thing. We're focused on helping entrepreneurs, small business owners grow. That's right. Hence, it's in the name, literally, right? Yeah, right. Grow. We want you to grow. And we do that by tackling what we call the 5 pillars. I believe all business growth happens, or all business growth challenges can be solved, resolved, and dealt with within my 5 pillars of business growth, which are mindset, sales, marketing, operations, and people. Thank you, Kerry. Kerry was giving it to me as if I don't remember it. I did develop it. And our focus is on how you isolate and attack within those pillars, right? You want to identify, isolate, and attack. That's the process that we talk about. It's the process we talk about with our clients. But this is just an area for us, an opportunity for us to really just share some insights, some tips, some tactics, and really some great conversations. You know, a lot of times when we're putting out content, you know, it's more serious in nature, let's say, like, you know, with our YouTube videos. Or the podcast is an area really for us to have some fun.
Yeah.
And to just be direct. If you're new to me, I'm probably described as direct, and I know my coaching clients would say that, would define me as direct, and that's really what we need to be. I mean, we really need to pull punches, because a lot of people are missing opportunities to grow their business because they're not taking action. I talk about action-oriented entrepreneurship. You got to be focused in that way. So a lot of times we know what we're going to talk about in advance. This is not one of those days. Well, I know what we're going to talk about.
Right. I do not. This is
Kerry does not.
Stump Kerry James.
And if there's one thing that I love more than anything here with our team is to keep Kerry off tilt. That's one of the things. That's one of the things that I enjoy. That's one of the things that I enjoy is keeping Kerry off tilt. But you know what? I had a particular topic that I was going to talk about, but I got derailed because I received a cold email this morning. So cold emails, folks, if you don't know what cold emails are, that's basically just you prospecting and sending out an email off into oblivion. Maybe you've bought a list, maybe you've scraped the list together, however, you've opted some people in that maybe didn't opt in, but it's cold email, cold traffic, really introducing yourself to people who don't know you yet. So I got a cold email this morning from a marketing company or a marketer, offering to do some great things for us.
Local or outside of the market?
No, I don't know where they're from.
Okay.
Yeah, not local. Easter Bip or somewhere. I mean, who knows where they're based, right? You don't know. I mean, who knows where people are based right now? Because, you know, the internet tells you can make money from anywhere, and maybe he's on the white sand beaches of Bali, like they have in the ads, where you could, I'm making money while I sleep, and you can too for 18 payments of $19.97, right? So anyway, I get this cold email, and that's fine. I get it. I don't have anything against. I don't really have anything against cold traffic, I suppose, or cold emails. But so they start talking about these things that they, can do, how they can help, right? The problems that they solve and how they can help. And he's referencing some things that it looks like at least the AI or the bot who scraped the information about me or about one of our businesses, and it inserted it. So really excited about what you're doing with insert the thing that they have found out that we do or whatever. And he talks about how he can help us. So from my perspective, and then one of the new techniques now is to get permission. That's the new marketing thing now.
Explain that.
In your email, you get permission. So we recently helped a company just like yours 300 times their business. Can I send you the 15-minute case study? ? So that's like a new marketing tactic.
Right.
So that's to try to get engagement. Oh, sure, love to hear about that. Now I've got some I've got some engagement, and then now they can start down the process of their funnel, right? So I get the email. I oddly enough was intrigued by what they said they can do. I mean, I'm always looking for ways, folks, if you're not used to or exposed to my content, I talk a lot about simplifying the multiply. I talk about, outsourcing and the power of outsourcing as a whole nother business model, as a way to be more efficient and effective. Some things we do in-house as a team, some things we outsource to other good companies and good people. So I talk about that. So what they were offering is kind of something that could make us more efficient, or I was intrigued by the idea of making us more efficient, and some things they can do with our content. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, did you grant permission? Is this where you're...
Oh, no, I didn't reply.
Okay.
Here's what I did, and here's what we're going to be talking about today. I went to their website. So I didn't click any links.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be tracked.
You did independent.
Yeah, so I saw where it was, looked in the email where the URL was that they were from, opened a incognito browser, and put in their information and went to their website to get more information. So, and then once I got there, I'm like, the great pithy email that the AI probably wrote, which is, I'm okay with that too, because we use AI here for a lot of stuff. We have blog content, we use AI, so I'm not against that. But your pithy marketing has to match the rest of your brand. So I go to the website, they've got examples, they've got broken links, missing videos, like where it says missing video.
Really?
Video no longer here, video no longer playing. I'm scrolling down. They want to book a call, as is another technique to convert, to get on a call, sales call or whatever. Learn more about this. And the plugin that they're using has no calendar availability. It's broken. So it's like Mike's calendar not available.
This is completely either left unattended or unmanaged or
right. It's
developed.
Stupidity.
Well, that too.
It's stupidity is what it is.
Right.
See, this is why I have to get direct, because this drives me insane, because what a waste of time, money, effort, and the impression. I'm never going back to that website again. These people, as Kevin O'Leary says in Shark Tank, are dead to me.
Now, in addition to you not going back, might you share, as you're doing right now, what that organization is privately with a friend at a cocktail party?
Well, I don't know, because who knows? This is a company, one of a gabillion, right? Whoever this was, there's a million of these agencies or people trying to be content chopper uppers, peoples, because it was, how they were going to help. We're always looking for outlets to get more people access to our content, right, and our message. But I'm never going to speak of it again. This company took my intrigue.
Yes.
So they went through all that effort to however they got my information, whoever they paid, whatever the company they used, whatever time they expended to get together my email, scrape this information, do all these things. Whatever it was, they took all that time to do it, to message me, to write this email, to get me intrigued, to then completely disqualify themselves as somebody I would do business with.
Do you think you're the only person who did the independent search? Like you said, you didn't click on the link. You did it that way.
I highly doubt that I was, but it doesn't matter. If I had clicked the link
Still seeing the same.
But if I had clicked the link, I would have still gone on their website
Right.
to do some due diligence. I mean, folks, if you're hiring people without any due diligence, you're not checking a review or anything, or if you're not. But the point is, your website is supposed to make me want to take the next step, not deter me.
Or not
Right,
even
from
be
taking the next
usable
step.
or workable.
Correct.
You couldn't even make an
I'm
appointment.
supposed to, if someone's on this journey, considering your business, the assets that you put in the market have to be assets that make them go further in the journey. See, buyers are assessing your competency as one of the core things. One of those core questions, Kerry, is, can you help me? Right?
What problems can you solve
Right.
for me? What can you do
Right.
to make my life better?
My problem is X. My toilet is running.
Right.
I don't know how to fix it. I either don't want to go to YouTube and watch 72 videos about how to fix a leaky toilet.
Right.
What I want to do is I want to find a plumber. And I'm going to make assessments based on that. Right? And what kills me is business owners go through all this effort to get opportunities and then blow it when it's time to take action. The plumber thing's a true story.
Go.
Well, smart thing, right? As a plumber, you create affiliations with new communities.
Sure.
Right, that are going up. You become the plumber of record, right? You get you get your sticky and your magnet, and if you go under my sink, slapped right there is the logo of the preferred plumber, so to speak, right? So that's the default. Something's happening in my sink. There's the sticky about who I'm supposed to call. But then I call and no one answers the phone.
Yep.
I leave a voicemail.
Nobody calls you back.
No one calls me back for days.
Or
Right,
you go
so-
through an automated system that sends you nowhere.
Right. So see, that's what you can't grow with that attitude, right? That is just dumb. Because you paid for the stickies, you worked to develop this relationship with this community that's building 300 houses, right? So you work to be the go-to for that, and then you bomb. And what most people don't get is that businesses die in a death by 1,000 cuts. It's not a big bonk over their head that takes the business out.
Right.
Unless it's something dramatic. You're a restaurant and 27 rats fall from the ceiling. It's pretty much a wrap for you.
Would Bed Bath & Beyond qualify as that 1,000?
Yes. There is no, see, this is what I like about, we're free to go anywhere here, with this conversation. Because I want to get back to how terrible that website was. But Bed Bath & Beyond is a great example. There is not one person. There's not one person. Not one person that can tell me they went in a Bed Bath & Beyond. William, if you've been in the Bed Bath & Beyond, our engineer here, and there's nobody that hasn't gone to Bed Bath & Beyond in the last 5 years that could not walk through there and go, this place is in trouble. Right?
Exactly.
They until their bankruptcy, to my knowledge, because I stopped going in there. I was depressed. It was a depressing experience. To my knowledge, up until all the way through their bankruptcy, they still used tape price guns. Price guns.
From the 1980s.
Click, click, click. Clank, 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 clank. They use tape guns. What are we doing here?
Sleeping, it sounds like.
Their coupons had zero value. Oh, yeah, can I have? Oh, no problem, honey. I got you, sweetheart. You don't actually need the coupon. So what were they spending millions of dollars? If I was a direct mail company servicing Bed Bath & Beyond, I made a killing for 20 years. What was the point of the coupons? They came every week, all the time, everywhere. They never expired, and when they did expire, they just put it in the computer. I don't get that at all. That makes no sense. Somebody was not paying attention. One of the most storied brand names in the history of home goods.
And think about how many people weren't paying attention. Right. It wasn't just one person at the top. There were.
This is the danger of what I call the smart people in the room. You've got a group of people in the room making decisions, and you pray that they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But many times I find, I've worked with multiple Fortune 100 corporations, and I've had obviously great experiences with them. But I've certainly observed my share of people in middle management, people across the table that really say they're open to new ideas until you bring them a new idea.
And what's their...
So we're going in a bunch of different directions here. We'll save my diatribe on corporate laziness probably for another deal. But from a retail perspective, right? You could see that idea, but this topic though is about continuity of brand and about business owners taking a look. Like, shame on these people that sent me this email, that they have a broken website with missing video, with a calendar inviting me to book a call with a broken calendar. Now, I can assure you, because we use Calendly, which is something we're using, Calendly is not down. So this isn't, the internet has not gone down, and that's why there's a problem.
You just mentioned that their video was broken too.
They have video examples.
They did offer something, but it wasn't, you couldn't
they
access
have video
it.
examples of what they do, and several of the videos don't work. So what I have, and I have to assume that we're not dealing with a conglomerate. So, Bobby and Co., right? Maybe there's a few staff members, or maybe he's outsourcing. I don't know. But this isn't like, oh man, it got away from us because, we have 17 offices and we're a global conglomerate.
Right. No.
Like, how do you not go to your website? And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I have an obsession. My guys know. Everybody knows. I'm on the website. I'm looking. If
we're
something's
also
down,
posting content constantly.
Correct. So I'm looking at things like this. I pay for an SEO audit every month. I pay an outsourced expert who freelances but works for one of the top 50 corporations top 50 corporations in America, or globally. Actually, it might be top 50 globally, on their content team. So I pay her as a freelancer to audit our SEO, to look for broken links. We run it through a Google analysis and their program to see if there's things that aren't indexing. These are just things.
It's basic, but it shows that you care about your product.
Right, and it's just good business. And that's behind the scenes stuff. That's stuff that you all should be doing.
Right, basic.
But even if you don't do it, the face of your website cannot have, then don't market. Right, that's my attitude. William's laughing. Then don't market. Why blow it? Don't send the cold email. Don't get me interested. Don't pique my interest and then piss me off and disappoint me.
Did the website, Corey, did the website look like 5-10 years old, or was it like a up-to-date website? It looks like, modern day fonts and images.
I was desperately trying to find it because I wanted to show it to you, but I can't. But I think I just became so
disenchanted with
yeah.
I
I think that's a good. I think I just became so disenchanted, and then I just moved on to other things. And then I think I was on my desktop computer in our office.
I just wanted to remember if it was just one of those things they just didn't no maintenance whatsoever on it.
No, clearly not. If you've got a broken
and it had left.
Hey, book a call with us. Yes, I want to book a call. Nope, psych. Can't book a call. Button does not work. Bong, 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 bong. Button does not work. Dude, what do we got there? What this deserves some kind of, something. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's what should play when you try to click that button to book a call.
Yeah.
That's what the user should
Now,
hear.
if I had the time, and I don't, I'd send that person a nice, lovely email.
Sure.
Unsolicited business advice, right? So, I mean, we give so much content away for free,
Well, right.
So, unsolicited business advice. Hey, dude, don't ask people to book a call and then want to take the next step with you and have a broken calendar. Like, that is just such a gross. And Kerry, the problem with that, there's so many problems, but the problem with this is then you go, oh man, I don't know why my business isn't growing. I don't know why things aren't happening. I don't know why more prospects aren't coming into our pipeline. I don't know. I know.
Do you think that organization would value a unsolicited email from you saying, "Hey guys, try to do business with you. Couldn't work." Like,
Well, see, I don't.
So that they would
so
make
here's the
the
problem.
amends. Or,
So the funny thing is, I don't. Now I'm not interested. I mean, I'm not
right,
interested
you've already
in the
moved on, but
right because then it's like, oh, sorry
like,
about
if I
that.
was the owner
Here,
of that
we
company,
still want
I
to
would
talk
really
to you.
value your
Like-
response.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what value you put on that. I remember before the pandemic, it was a hamburger place a burger joint that my wife and I like to go to, but they didn't have online ordering. So it was the normal nonsense. And then this is right before, I'm not talking about back in the day. I'm
Right,
talking about
no.
like,
3 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'd have to call the order in and then wait for the, 18-year-old that they've got working behind the counter to answer the phone sloppily, put us on hold because there's another customer there. Whatever the circumstances, like I'm not interested in that. And you can say what you want about having patience and Cory, you don't have. I don't have time.
And you're not alone.
Right. I don't have time. So it's not about being mean or nasty. I just
No,
don't
it's
have
just a
time.
matter of
Like I'm
efficiency.
hungry. I want to eat. I want to solve my problem, which is hunger. And so, but I don't want to go through it. I don't want to be put on hold. I don't want to have somebody mess up my order because they can't hear.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I thought I heard you say extra onions. No, it's not what I said.
Right.
Or you got to go in, place the order, and then now I have to wait.
Yep.
Right? So I wanted to avoid it. Online ordering avoids that. So I did take it upon myself to send the owner
Okay.
a nice note.
That's great.
I said, hey, I just want to let you know, I mean, obviously free to run your business. I'm in the business consulting world, so I couldn't help myself.
I like
But
this, by the way.
I would tell you that, my wife and I enjoy the food there. We enjoy the burgers. There's this like barbecue burger that they make that I like. And we enjoy that. But the fact that you don't have online ordering significantly reduces the frequency that we patronize your business.
You and probably many others.
Yeah,
You just
100%.
were
Yeah, I just
generous
wanna say
enough
it,
to
yeah.
take the time
Yeah.
to let that
Yeah,
owner
I'm not
know.
telling you how to run your business. I'm
Nope,
just telling you
right.
that we would eat there more if I could do online ordering versus calling in, getting put on hold, wait, or having to go there and wait or whatever. We would do more business with your company, with your hamburger establishment. And this wasn't a chain. Like, this was like a guy who owned a
Right,
couple
sure.
restaurants. Like, not so like, I'm sorry, but you probably need the business. Like, you're competing in a space where I can get 100 hamburgers between my house and their place.
And for this individual guy to make that adaptation to go from paper or phone call, whatever, to do it online would not be a difficult step.
There's a million
and
apps.
the 18-year-old who was previously
Square,
answering the phone could have figured that out for them.
That's true. Yes. Yeah. But you got to care about your job.
Right.
Right? You got to care about your job. It's kind of, we made the mistake the other day of going to a fast food chicken restaurant that I love. So many lessons.
What happened?
So many. I'm going to tell you, but so many business lessons are in life. Like, you just observe them every day.
Yes.
Because people talk a lot about Chick-fil-A and et cetera. And we didn't go to Chick-fil-A. We went to a competitor. But you just see the dramatic difference in personnel. people.
Yes.
Right? Pillar 5
Yes, I hear what you're
people.
saying.
Right? There's just people who they could not get hired at Chick-fil-A. There's no way Chick-fil-A would even consider
Right.
these people. They wouldn't survive. And so you almost brace yourself. Businesses, whether they know it or not, have a culture assigned to them, a culture.
Yes.
And consumers have expectations about what they're going to get based on where they're going.
Right.
So when we made the bad decision under duress, which is why I say under duress, because we didn't bring our lunch. We didn't bring our lunch. Time was going by, and it's like now you're just downtrodden into making a decision about where you're going to eat. And the statement was, against our better judgment, we're going to go to X.
Okay.
I had an expectation of what was going to happen. I had an expectation of the staff. I had an expectation of the process. I had an expectation of the other consumers that were going to be there.
Yes.
And they delivered. Because we had to sit next to a guy who had his whole telephone conversation via speakerphone while we were trying to enjoy our lunch.
Of course.
So we got to hear his conversation. We got to hear the person on the other end talk through the speakerphone while he chomped on his 3-piece and a biscuit. But that's what I expect from where I was.
And how was the service of the establishment itself?
Service was okay.
Okay.
But trust and believe, as they say, trust and believe, had there been a problem, they would have been ready to escalate and not de-escalate. Okay? All right? You would not have heard, our pleasure to fix this. We apologize. You wouldn't have heard. Because that's, and I'm not stereotype. I mean, stereotypes exist for a reason because they're real in a lot of instances, right? That's what people are afraid to say. Many stereotypes are correct.
But your expectations were matched.
Yes, my expectation of what was happening. I was just hoping not to get assaulted or not to escalate. Okay, I have a concealed carry permit. I am a firearms carrier. My Glock 380. I have as a concealed carry. So I just wanted to make sure it was, don't start none, won't be none, as James Brown said, right? But it was the expectations because that company has established a culture, and we weren't in a particularly bad neighborhood or anything significant. We were on a major thoroughfare, right, in our city. But your company, so this is also true in this example from from the company that solicited me. They now I have an expectation of their brand. I cannot adequately believe, even if their service is the best, greatest service, I cannot adequately believe that they can perform for me because they can't perform for themselves.
Which is a basic website. I mean, that should be a basic tool. Like, hey, this is our image. This is the face of our business.
That would be like
the first
me
place people are going to see
trying
us.
to sell speaker training on how to speak, and I can't speak.
Or you
in front of an
can't
audience.
turn on a microphone. Or
Like, I want to show you how to wow an audience, but I can't.
I can't actually do it.
Right. I'm trying to help you. Welcome everyone. Right. And no, I'm not. Don't
No,
start.
I know.
I don't want people starting crapping out, making fun of people with a stutter.
We're just using an example.
Yes, I'm just making the point, right? I talk about optics so much, and you know what? I know there's people, done. What is it? Done is better than perfect, or whatever. Okay, you've got an impression if you're coming to the market and you're in business. People are going to judge you out of the gate. Oh, well, this is just the first version of my website. We're working on it. Guess what? I wouldn't show it.
Right.
Until it was right. Because you don't have the luxury, folks,
Nope.
of explaining that to someone who comes to your website, has a crappy experience. You don't get to go, don't worry about, we're still working on that. We're working on a few things. Those people are gone. And you know what they're saying? I'm not doing business. Because, Kerry, they have a gabillion options.
And you said it earlier. The big issue is time. I don't have the time to waste doing this. There are a billion, cajillion other options.
There's somebody who's going to answer the phone.
I'm not going to waste my time here.
Right. There's somebody who's going to answer the phone. And listen, if you can't answer your phone because you're with clients, you're doing things, no worries. Set the expectation. Set the expectation. Mm-hmm. My buddy says on his voicemail, I usually return calls within the same business day. Set the expectation.
Exactly.
If we send an email off, if an email comes in,
yeah.
right? If a lead or email comes in our office, our responder says, if this is during normal business hours, we will get back to you in the same day. Mm-hmm. You contact our office at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, someone's going to reach out in some capacity, phone, text, email, before the end of the business day.
Yep.
Even if it's just to tell you, hey, we've got your information. We can't wait to talk to you. Let's set an appointment. Here's a link to set an appointment. There's going to be some interaction. It's not just going to go into oblivion.
Right.
Because the perception is you don't care.
And there are many large corporations that are public service providers of something, whether it be the internet, whether it be electricity, whatever. They don't do that. You don't get a call back that day. You don't get anything.
I guess technically if the power company has crappy service, I still need power, right? So the power company is not qualified, is not a small business.
No.
Right?
Right. They're
correct.
Regulated.
They're not worried about, the power company's probably not worried about paying their power bill, right? So Verizon is not worried about having their cell phone cut off, right? But there's people right now, I mean, there's solopreneurs, there's people with small teams, there's even larger businesses, right? It's about revenue and expenses, right? You can be a $5 million a year business. If you have $6 million worth of expenses, you've got the same problem as a guy, as a $100,000 business that has $200,000 in expenses. You have the same fundamental problems.
Right, yes.
Right? So if we're looking at this in the context of a pillar, right? Operations. Tighten up your operations. Right now, if I'm challenging you as a listener, as a business owner, re-examine, because this message and conversation today really is about checking the boxes to make sure your touch points in a customer's journey from learning about, from piquing interest, from piquing curiosity, right? My curiosity was piqued in that email, and then it went off the cliff because they didn't check the rest of the boxes. What is our customer journey? Right?
Well, as you illustrated at the beginning of this conversation, if you are the business owner, in order to make sure your website you have to identify the problem, you have to isolate it, and then you have to attack it.
That's right. That's right. You have to attack the problem. And this is basic stuff. So I'm saying, hey, it's checklist time. Right? Some simple things. Do the forms work on our website? Do the pages we're sending people work? Do we have video or things connected to our site that we need to make sure that they work?
These are easy protocols to put into place.
Kerry, can I tell you how many websites I go to where they've got social media icons on there that they never
activated?
No, it goes to I click the X button, not Twitter. Right. I click the X button, and it takes me to the X homepage because they never filled that part in.
Link that part.
Right. Yeah. Oh, follow us on Facebook. Hit Facebook. It goes to Facebook.
Right.
Because no one ever put their page. These are some basic things. People are making decisions about your business that you don't have the face-to-face opportunity to influence. They're going to your social media channels. They're going to your website. They're stumbling upon these information, and they're going, it's either attract or detract that's happening. They're whether being further attracted, right? Someone watches our content, sees this podcast, sees all the other pieces of content that we share openly on our website, share everywhere that we share it, and they go, I like this guy and what he says, and he makes sense and it's helping me, or I never want to hear this guy's voice again.
Sure.
I'm attracting or detracting. I'm detracting the people because the people that say that aren't action-oriented business owners and entrepreneurs.
In the first place.
Right? Because that's who we work with every day.
Yes.
Not someone who I'm on the sixth, like talking to a kid, like telling your child for the 87th time, trash day is Thursday, so Wednesday night, get the trash together. I don't want to say that over and over and over again. So those people are people who don't want to be hit in the face with the truth. People want to believe their own narratives.
That's very
because that's
accurate.
a much better place to be, a much better land to live in, right? This isn't clicking for me because the interest rates.
What's that?
This isn't clicking for me because the housing. I'm not selling any houses because interest rates are too high. I'm not selling any houses because people are selling houses for too much. I mean, like, whatever.
The best one I've heard is, well, there must be a glitch in the system. There's no glitch.
A glitch.
There's no glitch. It's you.
I remember. I'll never forget.
You're the glitch.
I'll never forget.
The system works.
I'll never forget years ago when I was running my consultancy inside the automotive industry, and we would do these audits. I will never forget this employee. We were submitting leads and seeing what the sales process was when you submitted a lead. And we never got a phone call. We didn't get a response from this dealership that we were mystery shopping. We were doing these mystery shops. And the employee said that we must have broken into their CRM.
Oh, my God.
And deleted the information.
What?
Broken.
This is
we
cryptically
we broke in. We beat their security protocols and everything. We broke in and deleted the information just so we could embarrass somebody that we didn't even know.
That was what your motivation was.
Because the alternative was accountability.
Right.
And that's missing. So don't be this company. If you are out there trying to grow your business, this is the tip for today, right? Optics matter, and verifying the customer's journey. That's the takeaway here today. Verifying the customer's journey. Check your links. Check the information that the customer is seeing. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm sure, because inevitably I'll get some email. Oh, Cory, I went to your link tree on your Instagram and it has a program that, you don't have anymore. Now, shame on us. We should be checking that too. And I don't know. I'm not saying that is real. But
what you are saying is
people make mistakes. But what I saw is gross negligence. That's the difference.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this wasn't oops, my bad.
In multiple ways.
Yeah. I guarantee you that calendar link didn't just get broken this morning.
Right.
So now I don't know. Maybe it's a scam. I don't know. So maybe it's a scam website. I don't know. But see, here's the problem. See, all these things go through my head now. I have distrust. People are looking to raise the trust barrier. People and consumers that may be in the market for your products or services need to feel more confident at each touch point.
Yes.
Feel confident in email, feel confident in visiting your website, feel confident in reading testimonials, feel confident
so that
in those
they believe
things.
there is a relationship built every step of the way.
Right. You're increasing the flames. I'll talk about the flames on another episode, but we want to increase those flames to get a customer to a point where they are dying to do business. Where if they're not doing business, then they feel like they're missing out on a situation.
Exactly.
Right? That's the key.
They want to feel like they are winning by doing business.
Correct. And that's what we want to do, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants to do. I mean, that's what business owners want to do. Business owners don't wake up. I don't wake up going, how can I lose today? Right? We want to look for wins.
Right.
We want to look for wins.
And the customer wants to look for a win.
Right. And the customer wants to improve their condition.
Yes. Have that problem solved. Get that thing
That's
fixed.
right. If you're
save time.
Correct. If you're, and it's all applicable. If you're slanging hamburgers, people want to have a tasty meal experience. They want to have a great hamburger. Nobody wants to have a crappy hamburger.
And feel like they got a deal. Like, wow, I got this. And
right,
all I
there was
was
a great value
experience.
exchange.
Value, yes, that's it.
Or I'm okay paying more as long as I can equate more value.
Right.
Right?
Yes, that's what you're getting back, is that value.
Right. I expect a $20 hamburger to mean different than the hamburger I get from McDonald's.
Yeah.
I have higher expectations for it.
Yes.
Right? Now, if you don't deliver, if you show me a great, it's just like food advertising, and we're gonna get out of here. But you see the commercial.
Yes.
I remember McDonald's was advertising a new chicken sandwich. Oh, it's gonna wow you. We this is gonna be better than any chicken sandwich you've ever had before. Yada yada yada. Great. Oh, you know what? I'll try. I mean, we're not big fast food people, but I'm like, okay, let me try the chicken sandwich. Mm-hmm. And when I open that thing up, thinking about the commercial and thinking about, I don't know, maybe it's just stupid of me to expect to be some correlation. I didn't. It was unrecognizable. I got catfished. I got catfished by a chicken sandwich.
Must be getting close to lunchtime. We'll keep going back to food.
I got catfished by a chicken sandwich. That sounds like that's its own podcast. That's its own podcast. But Kerry, we got to get out of here. But look at your customer journey. That's my message to business owners. Examine the customer journey. Does your marketing match the experience? Does the next step match the first step? Look at continuity. Go back and look at what you're putting out, what I can find about you, what is searchable. Are those things working? And with each step of the engagement, is someone getting more drawn in? Are you raising the probability that they want to do business with you or not?
Right.
And that's the message. Mm-hmm. That's the message for today's Grow Business Podcast. Grow. Yeah. We're going to get out of here. Listen, I appreciate you listening. I'm encouraging you to visit growwithcory.com. Take advantage of all of our the podcast is streaming everywhere, but I've got a ton of free content. Available there. We make basically all of our content for free. If you're interested in any of our paid programs and services, you can learn more about them there. But in the meantime, read a blog, watch a video, join my newsletter. You want to get these real-time informations? Join the newsletter. It's all on the website, our all-new, brand-new growwithcory.com. And we want to help. That's the commitment.
Yeah. We're going to help you identify,
that's
isolate, and attack.
That's right. The 5 pillars is the most impactful way to simplify and multiply your business and to look for those areas and identify those areas, as Kerry talked about. To do what, Kerry?
Identify, isolate, and
attack. That's right. Military, they call it, the SEALs call it working the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
They're working the problem.
Yeah.
So if you like what you're hearing here, I encourage you, please leave us a review wherever you're listening to this. If you're watching it, you can. If you're watching on a YouTube page, if you're watching this on video, where's the camera? Oh, there we are. If you're watching us, I'm breaking the dimension. If you're watching us, like, share, bring the loop into the colleagues. Who needs to hear this? Who needs to hear today's message? Right? There's somebody in your circle. There's a business owner, an entrepreneur, someone who's growing their business. Maybe they're 7 figures, 8 figures. That could take value. So I encourage you to share. We want to get this information out to as many people as possible that we can help.
Yep, and we all know somebody who could use this.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%.
Growwithcory.com.
Growwithcory.com. All right, this has been another episode of the Grow Business Podcast. I'm Cory Mosley, and this guy is Kerry James. You're Kerry James.
I'm Kerry James.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right. We will see you guys next time on the podcast. Great show, Kerry.
You too, Cory.
Yeah. Thank you.